Okay everybody, we're back. This is going to be build video number 5. So far what I've done after the last video, I've installed all the servos and I've just taped these in place. I hooked up the easy connection rods as I told you in the last video, and these are just taped in place. So there's a piece of tape on the top and there's the piece of tape on the bottom. These are not glued in at all. These are just actually taped in place. That way if I ever have to remove the servo, I don't have to tear the plane apart to do so. So the next step in the video is going to actually be installing the motor mount. The motor mount, actually, I had an old motor mount, a piece of plywood from an old plane that I didn't build. So what I did is I cut it to fit the front edge of the plane. I need to make a couple little spacers, one that's going to go on the top of the fuselage, one that's going on the bottom of the fuselage. So this will actually attach to the front. Okay, so I've installed the extra bracing. There's a little piece of foam here on the top and there's a little piece of foam here on the bottom. I've installed that using the hot glue, as I said before. So the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little motor mount here and I'm going to actually just hot glue it to the front of the bulkhead like this. Now what you want to do, or what I'm doing for this demo here, the wire, this is the little motor we're going to use. The wire for the motor is going to go actually off to the left side. So the little spacer here, the motor mount, you'll notice here, and again this is a motor mount from another model, has a little slot here on the left side where the wire is going to go. So I can actually, if I need to groove it out a little bit to move the wire, I can do that. So make sure whichever direction your wire is going to go, because the motor is going to sit here on the front and the wires, as you can see, are going to go off here to the left side. Cut a little slot in your motor mount to give your wire, if you need to pull it back so it doesn't get in the way of your installation of your motor. So what I'm going to do next is actually install the motor mount to the front of the plane. I'm going to do that again using hot glue. I'll actually do this live to show you how easy this is. We're going to just put a little bead of hot glue on the front here. You don't have to use a lot, just enough to put this in place. And then you're going to center this in place like this to the front of the plane. And let it dry. Now what I like to do on all my motor mounts, because you never know if you're going to have an accident, something might want to pop loose. What I like to do on all my motor mounts is I like to take a little piece of strapping tape, and what I like to do is tape the motor mounts in place after I've actually installed them. So just put a piece of strapping tape right down the middle here of your plane through your motor mount to the bottom like this. Strapping tape is like really strong. It's actually clear tape that has little pieces of like carbon fiber in it, or fiberglass thread in it, and what it does is it really makes parts like this very strong. So you're going to do that, and this basically, now you can see here from the video, it's just I hot glued it to the front of the plane, and I'm actually just using the strapping tape to keep it in place. Then what I'm going to do next is actually I'm going to take the motor here and I'm going to actually screw it in. This motor mount, luckily enough, has some pre-drilled holes in it, so I'm going to screw it in using a little Phillips screwdriver. So I'm going to attach the motor. Okay, so we're back, and you can see we've installed the motor on the front of the plane to the plywood motor mount with the 4 little screws that are provided with the motor. So all we have to do now is actually I need to hook up the speed controller. I'm waiting on a receiver I ordered, so I need to do that, and I'm waiting for some servo extenders so I can actually fit the aileron servos to the receiver that I have on order. So I'm waiting for those parts to come in, and then as soon as I get that, I will actually hook up the rest of the electronics. And the last video will be me installing 2 last pieces of foam on this plane. Trying to see if I can find the CG, and then we're going to get out and maybe do a flight. Hopefully I'll get the parts I ordered today or tomorrow, so I can maybe this weekend get out and try to fly this plane. So thanks for watching. Again, if you want to download the free plans for this plane, please check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/slowfly. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on this video in the links down below. Again, I'll put a link also to the motor I got. This motor I got from Hobby King USA. They have these little motors in stock now. Very, very good price. So I'll put a link down in the bottom of the description of this video. So if you want to check out and order one of these motors, it's really, really cheap. So if you have any questions, please post them below. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day.